kill everybody. It is me, and I'm Kraus, and I'm actually the murderer whole time. Wow, didn't even know.
Battler's figure was in the dining hall. He didn't feel like going back to the guest house in the middle of all this rain, and wandered half-heartedly around the mansion in search for any place where he could sit before setting up camp in the dining hall. He didn't even lock the door. He thought the shapeless murderer or maybe the Golden Witch might come to kill him now that he was isolated. But he no longer had any desire to resist. He didn't even feel like using a locked door to hold off the culprit. He wanted that person to come at him openly from the front. If it was the killer, he wanted to ask them about some of those wonderful closed room tricks as a parting gift. If it was the witch, he hoped she'd at least take his life with some spectacular magic. However, ironically, neither of these two came to meet him. Battler opened the liquor cabinet on his own and enjoyed the liquor to his heart's content.
Hell yeah, dude.
No longer was there anyone to scold him for drinking alcohol. He boldly rested...
Did you drop your phone?
What? Hello?
Hello? Did you drop your phone?
No?
Oh.
Why?
Okay, did you finish the sentence then?
No longer was there anyone to scold him for drinking alcohol.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's where I am.
He boldly rested his legs on the extravagant tablecloth and savored the high-quality liquor, which probably had a mind-boggling price, drinking it down straight from the bottle. Then someone knocked. Battler realized that someone had finally come to greet him.
Hey, it's not locked. Whoever you are, please come in. And go ahead and introduce yourself. If you're human, please give me your name. If you're Beatrice, please tell me your bust size. Haha, I'm fucking... I may not look it, but I'm well known as a breast sommelier. You see?
You don't sound very drunk.
Okay, I should sound more drunk then.
Yeah, you've been drinking that liquor all night now.
Alright, I'll redo it. Nah, I won't redo it, but from now on.
It is Genji, Battler.
Genji, how sorry, but I've got no interest in your dick size. Please come in, it's unlocked.
Excuse me.
That's Elmo.
Genji opened the door and bowed. Oh,
wait, this is me. So, is Genji the criminal after all? Or maybe an accomplice? That theory would probably explain most of the tricks. Did you come to give me my last rites? Fucking kill me, dude.
Nothing of the sort. I apologize if I am disturbing you.
Hey, saying I'm sorry without even telling me what you want is actually pretty fucking creepy, dude. What do you want? Are you gonna tell me that drinking alcohol is forbidden for minors? I'll just die anyway. Please let me do what I want. Now that's all about to end.
Battler, do you love alcohol so much that you would spend the little time you have left drinking?
Those words pierced me like a demon stake right through my fucking dick. I realized that it was just me pissing myself. That wasn't true. I just can't cope if I don't drink. I've been an alcoholic since I was 7. That's why I left the family. I can't even taste the alcohol at all.
You are just like the Master. Indeed, you inherited the Master's blood strongly.
You mean grandfather, the heavy drinker, was drinking down his sorrows this whole time? First I've heard of it.
After several sad incidents, the Master's life was reduced to one of atonement alone.
The fuck's atonement mean? What is it you know?
Beatrice's ceremony was completed when the 8th twilight ended. I believe I can tell you everything now.
What did you say? My drunkenness was completely blown away. I lowered my feet from the table and listened carefully to hear what Genji would say next. But that's not how alcohol works, so I'm still fucking drunk as shit.
Battler, I shall guide you to the master's study. It would probably be best to hear it directly from both the master and...
From both grandfather and... Hey, what in the world do you mean by that?
Come this way. I shall guide you, Battler.
What the fuck? After Genji told me to follow him, he started to walk down the corridor. I threw my drunkenness off completely and went after him, but that's not how drunkenness works, so I'm still fucking plastered. You can't just throw it away like it's trash, dummy. We climbed a big staircase towards the 3rd floor. Genji stopped walking halfway because I was fucking pissing on the wall. He then turned back and spoke.
Battler, from here on, you will probably see things you will not be able to understand.
Don't think that would scare me. I've already seen enough incomprehensible things to make me sick. Like right now.
Please, accept what you see as you see it, and accept what you hear as you hear it.
This is still Genji. Still Genji.
Oh, why? What? There is no need for questions like that. You will learn the truth, and that is all. I will leave it completely up to you, Battler, whether to accept it, believe it, or deny it.
What the fuck? Genji checked one last time to see whether I was prepared to know the truth. I was still pissing on Beatrice's portrait, looking over my shoulder. The 8th twilight has already ended, and on the 9th twilight the witch would revive, and nobody would be left alive. It meant that Beatrice had already been revived, and it probably also meant that none of us would be allowed to return alive. I was going to lose my life. If I was going to lose my life anyway, I wanted to know the truth in the end. It didn't matter how hard it might be to accept. Yeah, even if a demon or a witch shows up, I'm prepared.
Indeed, you are just like the master in his youth. Battler, please be diligent in your studies. In the future, you will surely have great aspirations, and when that time comes, see to it that you are never forced to regret a lack of study and training.
I'd be happy to, assuming I ever get a chance to work hard in my studies. Genji's silence felt like it was further confirming a certain resigned feeling I had. One of needing to take a shit and piss at the same time. Beer shit. And then the door to grandfather's study, surrounded by a sweet smell, came into sight. Genji took a gold key with an elegant design out from his pocket. The master keys had been confiscated by Aunt Rosa, but he'd kept the key to this study alone on his person. He put the key in the keyhole, and it made a heavy clunking sound. Clunk.
Master, it is I, Genji. I have brought Battler with me.
There was no reply, but it seemed that permission to go inside had been given.
Come, Battler. Please, go in.
Did you cut out again?
Probably.
Okay. Well, it's my... I read it, so...
You read it?
Oh. Yeah. I can read. So I'll just... Wait, which line are you at?
I just read, come Battler-sama, please go in.
Okay, I'll go in. I readied myself and threw the door open. At that moment, I got slightly disorientated by the dazzling golden glow. It was, unbelievably, a swarm of butterflies that shone gold. The gold butterflies that completely filled the inside of the study poured out all at once. The gold! The precious gold! What is this? It was almost like golden leaf confetti, except the leaf was alive. The interior of Grandfather's study was filled with golden glow. And on a sofa like a reception chair in front of the study desk, I could see Grandfather's back. He was fucking the portrait painting. What the fuck? There was someone on the opposite side from Grandfather. It was in a shadow, so I couldn't see well.
Master, I brought Battler.
Butler, is it? I'm busy thinking right now. Be silent for a while. Shut the fuck up. Kinzo had declared that unhappily, his back still turned. It seemed he was enjoying a chess game with a visitor. Apparently, the opponent had counterattacked with a superb move. Kinzo seemed to be enjoying himself as he thought deeply while occasionally laughing and groaning because he was fucking the portrait underneath the table.
I have thought for 30 years. About how to counter this move. Have fun with the move I have fermented for 30 years.
Indeed, this is a deeply matured move. What fun. I see I'm no match for you. What is this?
So you came, Battler. I've been waiting for a while. Be silent for Kinzo's sake. Isn't it too early to resign, Kinzo? I could have countered that move in several ways already.
It should have been my first time meeting that witch. However, I knew this witch. Even though it was our first meeting, I knew her from the portrait.
Genji, serve some alcohol for Battler. Serve him some more alcohol.
More alcohol!
What would be an appropriate liquor for this man?
Give me absinthe.
Oh, he's going to give him some absinthe.
Yeah.
That which the master has loved since the days of his youth. Good, serve it. You did well coming here, Ushiromiya Battler. First, sit down. You called my name many times, did you not? I remember that. That was like a few, like half an hour ago.
Yeah, that was pretty recent.
Yeah. In deference to that, I allowed you to meet me. So, what will you ask me? What will you inquire? The door of the Golden Land will soon be opened. Soon we will have a banquet to celebrate my revival, at which I will be welcoming in the witches. In the meantime, I'll answer your questions, as many as you like.
I've got a bunch of things I want to ask. What happened on this island, and why did incidents like this occur? I want to ask about the closed rooms too. What about the chapel? What about Jessica's room? And the servant room? And Aunt Atsui's room? And the parlor? And there's so much more I want to ask. About the witch's true nature. Is Beatrice really a witch? What's your goal? What do you want to make us do, and why do you call me here? Answer me about everything, you fucking bitch. Be quiet. You think you'll get answers if you ask? Haha, fucker.
Don't say that, Kinzo. A fragile and fleeting spiderweb did offer protection from King Herod once. Just like there are no useless things in this world, there are also no useless questions. Very well, I'll answer all your questions. But only on one condition.
What is it?
If you hear everything and are able to accept my existence, then you will kneel and kiss my shoes. I called you here because I wanted to make you surrender to me.
I can't hear you, by the way. But I predicted.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Whatever you just did fixed it.
I didn't do anything.
I think.
I didn't.
Are you silent again?
I didn't do
yeah,
anything.
I fixed it. Okay, well that's weird. If you hear everything and are able to accept... Oh wait, no. I started reading without even thinking about who was talking.
I'm at Kinzo and I made a bet.
Kenzo and I made a bet. What? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Kinzo and
I'm
I
ready.
made a bet. We bet on which would come first. Kinzo thinking of a new move, or me making you surrender. I don't think I'll lose. Ha 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 ha.
Damn, you talking so tough. Yeah, alright. Try and convince me. Try and convince me that you're a witch who can use weird, awesome, powerful magic. If I surrender, I'll kiss you or do anything else. I'll even fuck your portrait like Kinzo. The witch cackled gloatingly. Then she glared. Okay, this is you.
Well said. So, from what question shall I begin? I'll answer everything. Come, what will the first one be?
Dun dun dun.
Then, the witch
What?
started to tell everything.
Oh. I'm a little behind you, but that's fine.
She began answering all of Battler's questions. Everything made sense. He was convinced by all of it. And then Battler had no choice but to admit it. The witch certainly did exist.
Seems like a fairy tale ending.
What followed is a story that needs no retelling. When the king falls and you are defeated, it's time to start reflecting on your finished game. And then, all you can do is set up the pieces one more time. Second game, Turn of the Golden Witch results. There's not as much stuff there as was at the end credits of the first game.
Yeah, a lot.
There's
A
Kraus.
lot less. Died in the first Twilight, chosen by the Key of the Golden Land and offered up as sacrifice. Natsui, first Twilight.
Yeah, it's all the
sacrifice.
same stuff.
Ava, Twilight, sacrifice. Hideyoshi, sacrifice. Rudolph, sacrifice. Kiri, sacrifice. Oakley Dokley. Jessica, second Twilight.
Ushiromiya
Stake of
Jessica.
Asmodeus. Canon. Stake of Satan, second Twilight.
Oh yeah, Asmodeus, Satan.
Yeah. Shannon, fourth Twilight. Stake of Mammon.
Stake of Mammon.
Goda, fifth Twilight.
And then Stake of Beelzebub.
George,
Stake
sixth
of
Twilight.
Lucifer.
Stake of Lucifer. Whoa, it's like contestants.
Stake of Belfagor. Stake of Leviathan. Okay, these next ones we haven't seen, if it'll show them. The Witch Beatrice. Revived on the ninth Twilight, she finally opens the door to the Golden Land.
Kinzo, missing on the 10th Twilight. After he acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated himself, the witch invited him to the Golden Land. Rosa, missing on the 10th Twilight. The witch did not invite this woman who denied the witch's existence to the Golden Land. Missing the 10th Twilight. Maria acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated himself, which is invited to the Golden Land. Genji, missing on the 10th Twilight.
On the 10th Twilight. After he acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated himself, the witch invited him to the Golden Land.
Battler, I couldn't read that.
Oh, missing on the 10th Twilight. Will he acknowledge the witch's existence and be invited to the Golden Land? The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures in the Golden Land. There, they chose to revive the dead souls and the love that was lost. After all, if their desire had been a mountain of gold of any size, they would not have been able to receive it. Kinzo chose the person he had loved and lost. Maria chose the lost love of her mother. Genji chose a peaceful sleep. Sleep peacefully, Beatrice. Let nothing disturb your slumber ever again. The winner is the Golden Witch Beatrice. Because time ran out before any of the 18 could solve the riddle of the gold, all 18 died. When the seagulls cried, none were left alive.
So, who's it going to say wrote it?
7th expansion presents Welcome to Rockin' Jima When They Cry Tree.